Let's talk about what's happening with Harvey Weinstein. I know you posted on Facebook already, but you haven't kind of spoken yet publicly about what's going on.
I think that this is, I'm always trying to look for the rainbow in the cloud, whatever is the silver lining. And this is what I do know for sure.
Now, why the hell is there a silver lining when it comes to Harvey Weinstein? Why is there a silver lining when it comes to him, but not for your fellow black brother, like Bill Cosby? Hell, Kobe, okay? Who else y'all didn't drug? Russell Simmons, Chris Brown. Some of y'all been talking about Chris Brown, but like I said with the Chris Brown thing, Chris Brown was wrong, but what they shouldn't have did with that situation was demonized Chris Brown, because Chris Brown already had everybody was on him. Everybody got on him. He didn't have to beat that girl the way that he did. A lot of people are saying Rihanna started the whole thing. It ain't no reason why that girl looked the way that she did. Okay? Chris Brown was wrong. R. Kelly just flat out wrong. Some of these men, you all, they are just flat out wrong. But at the same time, Oprah and Gayle, they will demonize these black men. Okay, that's the whole point. They will demonize these black men, but with men like Harvey Weinstein, they could see the rainbows of the situation. The message is somewhere in the clouds. This is happening for a bigger reason than I know. You know, Oprah can talk all philosophical and she could see things.
And something this major happens when you have the fallout, 50 women coming forward, that it's a watershed moment. And what I do believe is actually happening is that, first of all, it's triggering a lot of unreleased pain, repressed anger, guilt, and suffering that a lot of women have had. I happened to be on set with several actresses the other day, and we were filming some things, and they were like, hadn't slept over a period of 2 or 3 days, and I was like, what is that? I said, oh, you guys are suffering from PTSD.
Now, was that for the Harvey Weinstein documentary, or was that for the Russell Simmons one? Like, and you know, which one was that from? And this was a while ago, you guys. This was, a couple of years back she did this interview. But the reason why I'm looking up all this stuff now is because I'm trying to put the pieces all together. Because everything is really coming together on its own.
And when you start talking about it out loud, too.
Everybody has a story. Everybody has a story. And so I think this is a watershed moment. And if we make this just about Harvey Weinstein.
Look at her defending her friend. Defending her. But you got Gayle up in the Lisa Leslie interview. Oh, well, Lisa, you wouldn't have seen Kobe, rape somebody. You wouldn't have seen it, No, that's just, not who I knew him to be. But, Do you see what I'm saying? Like, Gayle was really trying to force that narrative, and you got Oprah trying to eliminate Harvey from the scene of the damn crime. She's not trying to really convict him the way she did Russell Simmons, and actually participating in a Russell Simmons documentary where all these women is coming through years and years later to say, yeah, Russell did this to me, did that, all types of sexual assault. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, Oprah, you full of shit. And it was so obvious in this interview, you guys, about the master that she serves, the master that her and Gayle serve. They serve the same master, such as Harvey Weinstein. That's why they got time to be on their side, on his side, I should say, and demonize their fellow black brothers.
Then we will have lost this moment. I think this is a moment where no matter what business you work in,
look at her doing that Super Soul Sunday shit. Bitch, if you don't get your ass up out of here with that bullshit.
There have been women who not only had the disease to please, that's a part of it, but who felt that in order to keep my job, in order to keep my position.
See how she's like getting away from the whole part of Harvey Weinstein and focusing, well, let me talk about the women. Talk about your damn friend. Talk about how bad of a person he is to have did some wrong, and he got to be guilty if all of these women are coming in big old chunks. Do you see what I'm saying? If this is Russell Simmons, she would have demonized Russell. Would have demonized him in a minute. And matter of fact, I'm going to pull up that clip of what she said about Russell. That way we can all be familiar with it if you all have not heard it. I'm pretty sure most of you all have, but I'll just, pull it up for my receipts, honey.
In order to keep moving forward, I've got to smile, I've got to look the other way, I got to pretend he didn't say that, I got to pretend he didn't touch me. I think those days are about to be over.
Are over. And if it happens to you back in the day, you would say, sometimes you're not even aware what he just said. Was it really inappropriate?
Y'all see how they trying to generalize it, which is helping their friend Harvey. That's all they want to do. Let's get away from it. Let's make it, use examples from the past. They are masters, you all. Oprah and Gail, well, Okra and Kale, as everybody is calling them. They are masters of flipping the narrative.
I know you've had a couple moments.
Where you just think, what did he just say?
Yes, I remember Gail had a moment when she came and said to me, when somebody said that it was so inappropriate, I was like, oh my God, you can sue over that. But
no, and all I said was, what did you say? And then they repeated it.
Yes.
Terrible. I just sat there typing with my 20-something-year-old.
Pretend you didn't hear it.
Yes.
You pretend it's okay. You pretend you didn't.
No, it isn't. You're right, Jeff. You're absolutely right.
But a lot of women have been silenced, and I know.
But I think it's going to change.
Being a victim of child sexual abuse, that when you feel like you cannot be heard, and then other people start speaking out, it makes you feel like, oh, now I can speak out too.
Yeah.
So,
You've been speaking about it for
years.
Yeah.
And that just goes to show you with the whole thing with what Gail did to Kobe, it then turned into what Snoop did to Gail. See, they using that whole Me Too movement, you all, to navigate in these Hollywood streets. And I hope you all are taking notice, especially you ones that's out there that's taking up for them. And the black man and these men, they is wrong. Yeah, we know that they wrong, but they ain't the only ones that's wrong. Do you see what I'm saying? They ain't by them damn selves, but that's what the world and people like Gail and Oprah want you to believe. And this shit has been going on, you all, for the beginning of time. White men getting away with everything. But when a black man do it, what happens? And even with the situation with Emmett Till, his damn killer, the lady, she didn't kill him, but she's the one that started all that shit with her husband. And them people, they beat Emmett Till, her man, and I guess he had help or some shit. But they beat Emmett Till like that, and this bitch is still alive. She's old as hell. She is the one that started all of that with Emmett Till. She the one that told her husband what? He whistled at her, and she the one that lied, and they took that man's life like that. That is sad. That man, did he even go to prison for that shit? I'm gonna look more into that. I don't even think they went and did no damn time for that shit. And this bitch is still running around, but yet they got time to demonize Bill Cosby and tear down his damn legacy. Now, you can't tell me that ain't racist.
Stand in support of these women. I believe them. It was a hard decision because I knew that Russell Simmons had started publicly pressuring me, and that me pulling out of...
Look at her calling out Russell Simmons. Did she call out Kid Rock or any of these other white men? Harvey? Nope.
The documentary was going to look like I was being pressured.
So what do you think? He publicly and privately pressured.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look at Gail's instigating ass before she learned her damn lesson. Gail, she gonna move differently, you all, because y'all dragged her ass about that damn Kobe thing. But see, they feel like they didn't want to get... She gonna get dragged again because she gonna slip up. See, her and Oprah will keep doing this bullshit because they done got Snoop to apologize. So that right there, you all, is just license for them to continue with what, they've been doing with the black men, which is to demonize them and use misogyny. Oh, he called you a bitch. Let's get stuck on that, and let's flip the narrative.
And so what do I say to that is, for me, and Gail knows this, in all experiences of my life, and particularly when I'm in a crisis, the only question for me is, what is the right thing to do? For me. Yeah. And so before the public pressure had started, before Russell had gone with his Instagram, I had gone to the filmmakers, and I had said to them, Houston, I think we have a problem here, because new information had come forward the very first time this was announced. Yeah. And I said, I think we need to pull out of Sundance. And if we can't pull out of Sundance, I'm going to have to take my name off. I don't want to have to take my name off because it's going to be a big hullabaloo.
But you said pull out of Sundance so we can get it right.
Yeah, pull out of Sundance because I don't care about awards. I don't care. I just care about getting it right. And I think there's some inconsistencies in the stories that we need to look at.
So didn't this bitch just say that she believed the women? Now she talking about is some inconsistencies in the story. Which one is it, Oprah? Oprah, your slip is showing.
Yeah. Russell Simmons has first of all, he's denied all of the allegations vigorously.
Yeah.
You again have said that you unequivocally support these women.
Yes.
Why are you making it a point to say that, even though you're withdrawing from the...
Because I believe that the women's voices deserve to be heard. And as an executive producer, I also was in a position where I thought some things were not right. I wanted the context of the story to be broadened. I wanted more women brought into the story. And I will say this, that I thought Michelle Miller's story last week with three of the women, one of the women had just been added, Alexia Norton Strong, I think is her name. And I had asked that more women be added. When you see the documentary, which I do hope...
Now, where is the documentary for Harvey Weinstein, is what I would like to know. Where is the one for Harvey? Where is that one at?
People will see the documentary. I felt that story needed to be broadened. One of the things I said to the producers is, I don't think that deserves to just be a soundbite. And I can honestly say that I learned more about Alexia Norton Strong in Michelle Miller's story than I did in the doc. So I was asking for changes. And let me just say this. I've been an executive producer since the beginning of the Oprah show. And there were many times when, people are saying, what's the timeline? Until the thing is on the screen, you have the right to change your mind and make changes. And I remember many times on the show, particularly there was a Columbine story we were going to run for the 10th anniversary. And the night before, I pulled it because something about it didn't feel right.
But some people have perceived this as a victory for Russell.
Yeah.
And Russell.
This is not a victory for Russell. And I unequivocally say that I did not pull out because of Russell. This is not a victory lap for him. I cannot be silenced by a Russell Simmons after all.
Did y'all hear that? How she said that? I cannot be silenced by a Russell Simmons. Who is he? He's nobody. He ain't nothing but, he's a powerful man, Oprah. Okay, shit, he been doing better than you for years. I mean, you doing good. You doing big things. But Oprah was that guy, you know what I'm saying, in the 90s. Like, he was one of our first big business moguls in the black hip-hop community, and even before the 90s, you know what I'm saying? Def Jam and Run DMC, all LL Cool J, and, I could go on and on and on. But Oprah, you ain't shit. It ain't no nice way to put it, you all. Like, woo.
All I've been through. And also, I spent 3 years on trial trying to protect the girls at my school.
See, she's a narcissist. She's making this shit about her. She's trying to, make it about her. That way she can explain to you all why it's okay that she comes for Russell. It doesn't make sense, but that is the route that she chooses to go.
Who had accused a dorm parent of sexual assault. 3 years on trial, and nobody believed them.
But Oprah, it struck me as odd that someone would accuse you of not standing up for women and black women in particular.
I know, it's ridiculous. To me, that is ridiculous, and also ridiculous to think that I could be intimidated by Russell Simmons.
See, she said it again, y'all. That means something. She said it again.
Yeah.
Weinstein faces new and more serious sexual assault charges involving another accuser. The Manhattan District Attorney announced an updated indictment yesterday against the disgraced Hollywood mogul. It includes 2 counts of predatory sexual assault and criminal sexual act in the first degree. The charges stem from an alleged encounter in 2006. In May, a New York grand jury indicted Weinstein for alleged sex abuse involving 2 other women. Jerika Duncan is here with the expanding criminal case. Jerika, good morning.
Good morning. The New York District Attorney's Office charged Harvey Weinstein with new felony counts Monday. 2 are for predatory sexual assault. The maximum sentence for that offense is life imprisonment. Now, the DA's office says the additional charges are linked to a woman who claims Weinstein sexually assaulted her in 2006. Weinstein has already been indicted for the alleged assault of 2 other women. In May, you may recall, a grand jury indicted Weinstein on charges of rape in the first and third degrees, as well as criminal sexual act in the first degree. Weinstein denies any wrongdoing. In fact, in a statement, Weinstein's attorney told CBS News the 66-year-old will plead not guilty to the additional charges.
Shit, ain't no way you not guilty. All of that going on. All of that going on. Ain't no way that this man is not guilty. You got all them people. But he may just get away with it, you all. Okay? He may just get away with it. Nobody's really talking about him. You kind of have to look up what the news is saying. I don't really see even a lot of YouTubers, I don't see a lot of black women talking about him. So that shows you something right there, too.
The attorney went on to say Weinstein plans to be fully vindicated and that it is unjust to charge Weinstein as a predator when the interactions were each consensual. We have learned that Weinstein is also expected to be arraigned on Monday. In all, more than 75 women claim the disgraced movie mogul assaulted them or acted inappropriately. Again, he denies any claims of non-consensual sex. Nora?
And this man, nobody's doing a documentary on that, though. But Oprah has time to come for somebody like a Russell Simmons. Okay? She got time to come for Russell. But not her good buddy, Harvey Weinstein, honey. She ain't got time to come for him. It's just ridiculous. They got the name and all them damn charges. I was like, damn. Just throw him under the jail, honey, okay? All right, you guys, that's all I have to say about that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, Brand New, and I will check you guys out later.